The People Playbook is for professional business owners and leaders who understand business rises and falls on people. You will hear practical, real-world conversations on clear leadership, smart hiring, and building strong teams. All formulas for retention. Get ready to hear your professional peers and industry experts as they discuss lessons learned and best practices. Get that journal out. You'll be taking lots of notes.
This is Coach Cora, and welcome to the People Playbook. Every business has a strategy. Not every business has a people strategy. And that's where things can fall apart. This show is where business strategy meets people strategy, because when you develop your people, you grow your business. Listen to learn from my industry professionals and your business peers. What have they learned? What has worked? And what are some best practices? For more than 25 years, I have worked with organizations of every size and across the spectrum of industries, including many of our Texas treasures, both fast-growing small businesses, helping leaders connect the dots between their goals and their teams, and stabilized businesses seeking to keep their talent to support future growth. And every time when the people side comes together, everything else falls in place. So whether you're building your first team, re-energizing a seasoned one, or rethinking how you lead, you're in the right spot, because the People Playbook will bring you the expertise and insight you crave. Businesses rise and fall on people, and I, Coach Cora, am here to help with that people side of the business. Today, we have a guest with us that deeply cares about the people within his organization. He has learned so much over the years about what it means to truly care, caring outside of that good feeling we get from doing nice things for our employees. He's learned what it really means to value and respect the people of the organization in a way that motivates them to commit to mutual success. Welcome, Gerry Bower.
Well, hello, Coach Cora.
Nice to have you here. You've launched TLC Total Lawn Care 25 years ago, and I was so appreciative that you invited me to attend this meeting and this celebration. That was an emotional evening.
Yeah, it was. We really had a good time, right? You could see everybody's passion for being together. It was
yeah. I loved it. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people have come a long ways with you.
Yep, they have.
Yeah. So congratulations, first of all, on that sustained growth. It is not easy to launch that business and get it to 25 years to where you're at today.
Yes, it was. It's been a trip for sure. You know, lots of opportunities to get better, and that's what we're doing right now, right? I find the last part of the time I've been in business is I grew the most. Right.
It's
amazing.
Yeah. And you serve commercial and residential clients throughout. Let's see, from the Rio Grande Valley up here through to Austin. We do. We have 3 branches currently. We serve San Antonio South is what we really focus on. Mm-hmm. So, we're very blessed. We started in the Westlaco area 25 years ago, mm-hmm. and have really focused on our commercial maintenance. This is our primary business, mm-hmm. And then we expanded into other services like irrigation enhancements, mm-hmm. and residential as well. So share with us your slogan.
Well,
years ago we came up with this.
And what did you say?
I know, and I say it all the time. We protect our customers' image.
Exactly. It's written all over our trucks.
And he's always testing me. Do you get it right, Cora?
That's right. That's why I said it. Yeah, we're very proud of it. It really, you've done it. We've been together for quite a few years, and the growing and the focus on the soft skills and everything has mm-hmm. been amazing, right? It's really changed how the business is run. So,
and I think that's been really unique about you, is even when you weren't where you are now, still focusing on how do I help people be better, mm-hmm. and I've always applauded that. So I want to talk about today, Gerry, you said I've learned a lot recently. In the last couple of years, we've worked really hard on creating the KPI structures, mm-hmm. those key performance indicators for the roles. And I know you learned a lot. What is one key thing you really take away from creating that structure around the roles and expectations?
This is a game changer. And, I've been in business and I worked in manufacturing, and I know the word KPIs, KRAs. I understand them. But truly bringing them into the company and understanding the value of them, the biggest thing for me was I was always communicating and telling or communicating what I wanted everybody to do and what roles they were to do. The problem is they didn't get it because it wasn't clear. The clarity wasn't there. There was nothing written down. I'm sitting there telling them, hey, this is what I want. Let's go do this together, whatever. Bottom line.
And sometimes it was inconsistent.
It's clarity. And the biggest thing is them understanding what they have to do and them owning it. Them being excited because now they have clarity. Now I know what my job is. I can go do this.
Yeah. And I know for you, that was so exciting. It's so much easier to lead.
Yes.
Because there was so much frustration as I'm telling them they were experiencing inconsistency. In your mind, it was the same. But when they woke up and came to work each day, it was almost like they were waiting for you to give them that direction.
Yep.
And you're waiting for them to take initiative.
Yeah.
And so when you actually handed them, here's all of your key performance indicators.
Yep.
And then here's all of your role goals.
Yes.
I love that you call those role. Here's what you have to do every day to accomplish these things.
Yes.
And they loved that. They wanted that ownership.
They understood it.
Yes.
It was the clarity of them understanding what I was really, we always talked about the KPIs, and they are that is the black and white. It is what it's going to be, right? You're going to have this, you're going to have, retention, whatever it is, whatever that KPI is. The bottom line was those role goals that, was the driver of what they do daily, what they do on a regular basis.
And how they prioritize their work.
Yep.
Absolutely. Because we can all get drawn off by the fires and the minimal tasks. So this is Coach Cora with Gerry Bower of TLC Total Lawn Care on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. We are discussing ways to attract and serve the people of your organization through strategic expectations. So we get those KPIs in place. People are enthusiastic and they're taking their work and off they go. And it also really started to illuminate some of the roles didn't have the right people in them. Mm-hmm. So then we kind of rolled into how do we create clarity around who's a good fit for that role? So we did some of that. How did that change your business?
Well, working with me, we had originally had multiple, we had a position with multiple people in that position, but they all had different direction and understanding of what their job was. Mm-hmm. So the first thing is stop focusing on what the person is and what they're to do and focus on what the role is. Mm-hmm. And then we started to align that. And we realized that this person's strength or weakness really impacted that. And they fit better in a different role.
Yeah.
And they were more successful and more motivated because they now knew that, when we aligned our KPIs and we said this is the role and this is the KPI for that role, there was no longer he's not really good at that or she's not really good at that. And we would not let them do that. It wasn't the case anymore. In order for this to work, whatever's in that KPI, they have to have the competency, they have to have the development, and the ability to do that.
And they went from being an underperforming employee, problematic, this highly engaged, enthusiastic, own their own role, self-directed employee.
Own their own role. Yeah. So true. Yep.
And I can remember sitting in a couple of interviews with you when we first started this. And we would interview several candidates and then that one. And we would be over there. We'd be texting each other during the interview. This is it.
Yeah.
This is it.
It fits.
It fits.
Yeah.
And it really provided that clarity for you.
So before that, I would hire because I liked the person, or
of course.
it was just it's a natural thing. and the person would not be successful. And it was sad because, I thought, okay, I seen something in them that they were maybe not even interested in, but I was driving for it. I'm pushing them into that position. And I learned it's not up to me. I have to put the clarity and then, the competency requirements and let them do their deal.
And even seeing some people within your organization that you really wanted to help and promote and thinking, oh, they want this, and I am so enthusiastic and I care that they want it. Let me be helpful.
Yes.
And you felt like you were doing the right thing for that person.
Exactly, until it didn't work out. And then I lost a great person or, it really impacted
or a client.
us. Yeah, or a client. Yeah. It really impacted us.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really fun to watch how you lead now when you have all these people that are really good at their role and they're just excelling. And it changes how you lead.
The majority of our people, and we're adding our helpers. So we actually have KPIs from our team leaders, which are the supervisors on the job site, all the way up to myself and everywhere in between. And the benefit of that is there was clarity there. Well, one of the team leaders came to us and said, "Can we get helper KPIs?" What? A helper,
That was an awesome
a team
moment.
leader. Right.
Yeah.
It was like, we don't have a helper KPI. Let's get it. And so, just them valuing what it meant to them, they said, well, we need more of it, right? And so that was a really great time when they said that.
Oh, yeah. This is Coach Cora, and I'm with Gerry Bower with TLC Total Lawn Care on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. We are on the People Playbook discussing talent strategy that is driven by intentionality of the work, the expectations, and the people to ultimately serve the overall objectives of all. And speaking of being intentional with the people, today's show is sponsored by Engage PEO. Engage PEO is a national professional employer organization that handles HR, payroll, benefits, risk, and compliance so that businesses can focus on what they do best. What sets Engage apart is its HR consulting model. Every client works directly with licensed employment attorneys who understand employment law and how it plays out in your real workplace. That means practical guidance, faster answers, and fewer compliance surprises. Engage also works closely with insurance brokers and other referral partners, protecting client relationships while delivering high-touch HR support built for growing your organization. You can learn more at engagepeo.com, or you can contact Blanca Aboud, the Vice President of Sales, directly. Just go to LinkedIn and search the PEO lady, and she will pop right up for you. Gerry, you've created the KPIs for the roles. You established role goals. You established clarity around what each role needs and what the success factors are. And recently, you are now onboarding a new employee. So what I'd love to talk about is how you turned onboarding into a team sport.
Well, the onboarding process that we actually tried it. This is the second time we modified our onboarding process. Really driven from the KPIs, but once we got, and this is another game changer because we really had a list of everything in that role down, and we assigned the team players to coach and to train the competency that we're looking for. I was really worried about it because I thought this was really going to take a long time to onboard somebody. And, we are, hey, hire them, get them out in the field. Let's go, let's go.
Yeah, right?
But it was like, okay, I'm going to breathe. I'm going to really just do this right. And what an experience. Okay, so we have a new account manager. We assigned a mentor to that account manager that stays with that person for up to 60 days after he's been put into the field. We have these checklists that are so detailed that have the person who's going to train, what they're talking about,
Right.
so that when they actually are asked to train, let's just say we're going to go through a software program. This is specific what we're asking from that trainer
Right.
to train. They know exactly what they're going to do, and then they can test and validate that person is. Then the mentor is with him every day and following up with a phone call, making sure everything's happening, and then I get the progress report. February 1st was the time he got released into it as a probably the best onboarding we've ever done.
Yeah.
I got a guy coming into the field, or he has just started, and he is so much more advanced than anybody I've hired before.
Yeah.
Because before it's like, get out there and figure it out, right? And this time he's got all the foundation.
And I saw all this. Everybody was celebrating.
Everybody's celebrating. They're all.
I use the word graduation, but they're all like, "Hey, yeah, this is awesome!"
Exactly.
And everybody was a part of it. And one of the key elements that was really successful for you was the part: if I'm tasked with contributing to this person's onboarding, does that mean just real vague directions like, "Oh, go over this software"? Or does it, here's the things I'm supposed to do, and I know when I participate in their onboarding what good looks like. I know what my part is. Mm-hmm. My job is to go over these 3 things.
Exactly.
And to make sure when they leave, they know how to do those 3 things. Now I own it.
Yeah.
Versus, I guess we're supposed to go over this software. Have you ever been on? What do you want to know? Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They were, because they knew that we were actually going to not, I'm going to use the word test, but it's not like that. But we are going to audit it, right? So I would go through what they've learned this week, and I would ask them to show me. And so I could understand if he understood. It's not just sitting together and doing a task and then checking the box. Right. It's really, we're spending this time, we're investing in it so that he gets or she gets a head start. Right. And you know what? They were excited about that.
Right.
Because they were really getting clarity of what their job was.
And I think, to your point, it is rather natural for a lot of leaders. I just hired this person, and they need to be out working. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't mean for 60 days he wasn't doing any work.
Absolutely not, no.
So the first part was pretty intense on learning, but he was still learning while he's ramping up and doing his work. But one of the things that you had talked about at the very beginning, we said, we really need to implement this onboarding process and separate onboarding from orientation. Mm-hmm. Day 1 orientation is not onboarding.
That's what it used to be.
And we separated those 2 events.
Yeah, check a box.
Hey, here's paperwork. Let's get that done. But we can't just info dump on people and expect them to perform. Mm-hmm. And one of the things, to your point, this is going to take time. However, it takes so much time for turnover, so much time to go over and correct mistakes, so much frustration when people don't know what they're supposed to be doing, but they're trying.
Yeah.
And so when you do take that time up front, what is interesting about what you said is at the end of 60 days, this guy's ramped up. He's ready to go.
Yeah. Well, I just have to say that I apologize to all my employees that I never did the onboarding with because you guys got kicked out there. And if you're, and you're still with me, so that's awesome.
That's awesome, Gerry. So this structure took a lot of work and a lot of commitment. Just doing the KPIs, and then there's Cora hassling Gerry. Hey, we really need to define this role, right? It took a lot of work.
I took a lot of work, right?
Yeah, because I made you do the work.
Yeah. So it was very hard for me because it's a different mindset. And I'll talk KPIs all day long, every day. And because it's a game changer for me and how I think. And, when something goes wrong and things do go wrong, my first is identify what KPI or what drove that to happen. So we stop the bleeding first. We call it stop the bleeding, where we go fix the problem. We have a customer issue. We have an employee issue. We deal with that. But then it's the reflection on what KPI missed, or what do we need to really look into, because we don't want this to happen again. Right. But it's a living document, right, where we we're going to change it. It's going to modify as we get mature and go from there. And
you've already had some employees. Like, hey, I need to add this, or I need to change this, or.
So I'm going to tell you that we did our full year of KPIs. In 2024, we put the stuff together. 2025 was a full year of using the KPIs and really getting to understand it. 2026 came along, and we have a monthly meeting with all your direct reports, and you go one-on-one with their KPIs. I was blown away at how my team came back and made their KPIs not tougher, but it wasn't a give me. It was something that they wanted the clarity to change. Instead of having 15 a week, they wanted 3 a day or whatever, right? They wanted to modify their own KPIs, which I'm like, wow, this is great, Right. It was a real, the 2026, every time we're talking our KPIs and I'm having my one-on-ones with my direct reports, I'm like, I'm in heaven because
that's right. That's right. Yeah.
It's no longer me telling them, I'm listening. I'm letting them run their deal.
Well,
right?
And I would say, Gerry, really your highest and best use as the owner of the company is to lead people.
Yeah.
And it allowed you to get away from trying to manage all the tasks.
Yes.
Now you're leading people, and that's where you're your best. And so there's business owners out there listening to us right now, and they're wondering, like, oh, I can really relate to what he's saying. What is one thing you would say, I would want other leaders to learn this? This was the most important learning for me through my process of, I've owned this business for 25 years. I continue to get better. What is one thing you would really want to share out with them?
I'm gonna say, get out of the way. Get yourself out of the way. I was always causing my own. When you really think about it, right? I was always getting in myself in the way of. I'm trying to read their mind, what they're thinking, what they're doing. I wasn't clear. The clarity. So. The biggest thing is let them do their job. But before they can do it, you must be clear and make sure you validate that.
Love that, Gerry.
Because these guys, my team runs the business, right?
Right.
They do. They run their role, and who better, right?
And you drive the strategy.
Yeah, they
do the work. You drive the vision.
Yep.
Yeah. Well said. Gerry, before we go,
yes,
tell us about your favorite charity.
Oh, well, it is called the Guardians of the Children. And I'm going to tell you the mission statement. The mission of the Guardians of the Children is to recognize and react to child abuse and educate the public to do the same, to serve as advocates, to provide strength and stability to the families in crisis, and to be an answer to the prayer of an abused child or teen for courage, support, and protection. It is an amazing organization, and we really fit well. One is because I ride motorcycles.
Yes.
And the other is because we love children. We love kids. And when we found the Guardians, which is over 2 years ago, it was amazing for us. We really have spent a lot of time learning and becoming more advocates for the families. So it's been great.
Thank you for all you do for them. You're listening to the People Playbook with Coach Cora on 9:30 a.m. The Answer. We're wrapping up our discussion on intentional and strategic ways to build a talent strategy that drives your business strategy. Setting people up for success is the easiest way to achieve business outcomes. Thank you so much to you, Gerry, with TLC Total Lawn Care, for sharing your experiences and learning in developing your talent strategy, because it has really paid off for you. And remember, your business rises and falls on people. And when you build clear leadership, make smart hiring choices, and invest in strong teams, everything else gets easier. If you'd like help developing that people strategy that truly supports your business, or guidance on any of your own personal challenges, you can find me at CoachCora.com, and on LinkedIn, search for Coach Cora. I look forward to working together and helping write your next chapter in your People Playbook. Thank you again to our sponsor of today's show, which is Engage PEO. Engage PEO is a national professional employer organization that handles PR, HR, payroll, benefits, risk, and compliance so that businesses can focus on what they do best. What sets Engage apart is its HR consulting model. Every client works directly with licensed employment attorneys who understand employment law and how it plays out in real workplaces. That means practical guidance, faster answers, and fewer compliance surprises. Engage also works closely with insurance brokers and other referral partners, protecting client relationships while delivering high-touch HR support, built for growing organizations. Just search the PEO Lady, and you can contact directly.
Thank you for listening to the People Playbook. For more information, Coach Cora can be found on LinkedIn and at CoachCora.com. Let's meet here next Saturday, 2 p.m. on 9:30 a.m. The Answer.